Welcome back, viewers. And just having a little tweak of the sight screen. We are back at the Hovel. We are at home versus Elaine. Now, certainly not going to be any weather interruptions. There wasn't last week. There was the week before against Horley. Last time we were here. Definitely not going to be the case today. If anything, it's going to get too hot. It's about 30 degrees here at the moment, and I am stood firmly in the shade, and that is where I'm going to stay. I'm not going to be here for too long. As I said in last week's video, it's my fiance's 33rd birthday today, so I'm pushing my luck as it is, but nevertheless Waters is coming to the save yet again, so be braced for another long video because he loves to chat. He absolutely loves a waffle, and yeah, it's good. Anyway, so toss wise, first one of the year, I think this was the one that Regan won, and what a toss to win, putting Elaine in the field in this heat. It's going to be drinks breakers at 15 overs, 30 overs and 40 overs. Keep everyone hydrated. The last thing we want is any illness because of this heat. And yeah, obviously if there's anyone out there that wants to sponsor us, that deals with sun cream, we'll happily take it. Got Ben Renfrey on strike opening the batting, ginger. Sam Renfrey on at the other end opening the batting, ginger. You got Gano who's going to come in lower down the order, ginger. We have got Nathan doesn't play as much anymore, but yeah, we've got our fair share of gingers in this squad, and yeah, we go through vats of sun cream on days like this. It's brilliant. Anyway, it's a lovely watchful start from Ben. Made a score last week, found himself up some form. He's got an absolute belter of a track out there today. You would have seen that at the start. With I'm going to try and do that, take a photo at the start of every game and put it at the beginning so you can see what we're playing on, because otherwise you only see from this perspective. So yeah, you'll get a better idea of what we're playing on. This left arm, we've played Elaine a few times. This left arm is a good bowler. Be very careful when watching. Good couple of balls to start. Also, you'll note that there's a different camera angle. I'm filming from the left hand side of the wicket. It is just there's shade here. The other side where I normally film from is in the sun. I'm protecting myself. Got sunburnt yesterday doing the wicket. Wasn't ideal. Shoulders are absolutely feeling it. Protecting myself and protecting the camera equipment. As you all know, I see a few people comment saying, what camera do you use? I will reply to them occasionally. It's a Canon R5 and I film it in 4K RAW, and that's why you have such high quality image from what we do. Yeah, that's first wide of the innings. So yeah, but doing that takes a massive amount of processing power, which creates a lot of heat. So I'm not sure how it's going to fare in the extreme heat of today, so we're keeping it in the shade. And, when Waters turns up, he will be most grateful to see that I'm also stood in the shade. Oh, he's giving it, and he doesn't look happy about it. Can't believe it, more so. But he's on his way back to the pavilion with just a single to his name. Unfortunately, he didn't get off the mark this week. Our CP out there replacing Ben. Probably going to be used to conditions. That's a great... Oh, it's gone through the keeper. Probably going to be used to conditions like this. Batting in the heat over in India. So, yeah, shouldn't faze him too much. Oh, that's a glorious shot. Oh, that's a great grab. It's a one-handed pluck. Stick the right paw out and it sticks. Fantastic catch. And that's CP on his way back to the pavilion. He's only made it just the 4 today. He's got some big scores coming. He does have big ones in him. We know that very well indeed. It's going to be down to Sam and the skipper Regan coming out to join him at the crease now. Put a partnership together. Got to build a base. Hands. It's going to find the boundary.
I would have got that if he fell off.
Soft hands again. Runs away for 4 runs. Score at the moment 28 for 2. Nicely played off his hit. That'll be 4 more. Oh, great bit of bootage. That is fantastic. Here he is, look. Wadder's the waffler. What a great sight. Here to do a little bit of a job for me. When I'll hand over to him, I'm not 100% sure. It's a magnificent top that he's wearing, that's for sure. I do jest, but what a fantastic job Wadders has done over the last few weeks, helping me out here and there. I can't quite emphasise how hard this is to do. You've got to concentrate every single ball, you've got to follow the ball, you've got to keep a track on what's going on, you've got to keep a track on what footage you're keeping, try and build the video in your head. Just looking at the amount of clips that you've kept is really hard work, and he's done a great job. So do show your appreciation in the comments. That's about you, mate.
Oh, lovely.
Saying you've done a good job.
Even if the videos are 4 hours long.
You've coined a new name, Wadder's the waffler. It certainly didn't come out of the meat of the bat, but it might well make it to the boundary. That's brilliant. Nicely indeed. Nicely played. Fielder's not going to get to it. Regan finds the boundary. We've got to change of bowling into the attack. Look, bit of left arm spin by the looks of things. Sam Renfrey on strike. The openers have done their job. Can't really see how many overs have gone, as you'll know from this end. It's hot out there, so yeah, they're probably not going to bowl huge spells, I would imagine. So yeah, you just can't in this heat. It's impossible. Solid start. Edged. It's going to find the boundary. Change your bowling on from this end as well. So loosener. Clipped away for 4 runs. Excellent fielding by Elaine. All of the fielders that have been in close. Very sharp. That fella's been great. I think he's the one that took the catch to take CP's wicket as well. They've done very well indeed. Regan on strike now. Late little cut. Well down. Gonna get a couple. Here we go, the viewers. Just had a drinks break. Given the opportunity to move the camera, get the other side of the sight screen as per, because this side is now in the shade as the sun rotates around. Or as the sun rotates around us. That was going to be pretty poor, wasn't it? As we rotate around the sun is what is correct. It's a lovely shot. There's a fielder out there. Just the one. And it's well caught at point. And Sam's furious with himself. Just got himself out on 47. Didn't quite make the 50. Absolutely gutting. He batted so well up until that point. And yeah, we're 69 for 3 now. Who's going out next? Ben Davies to join Regan. It's a lovely shot. Here he is, Ben Davies on strike. That's another change of bowling, viewers. The guy that was bowling on from this end did say, do try and convey how hot it is out here. I don't really think there's any way to do that. It's absolutely sweltering. Yeah. So they're bowling short spells. More spin into the attack. Left arm spin again. And it does find the boundary. That is a great delivery. That is glorious from Regan. Big old biff. Couple of bounces, 4 runs. There'll be another one. Regan ramping up the pressure a little bit. A bit of a counter attack after a good spell of tight bowling. Well, we've just got 100 up on the board, 101 for 3. Not sure of how many overs, because I can't see them. Guys rotating the strike really nicely out there at the moment. I think it's been 5 from the over, possibly just rotation of strike. There we go. Look, Elaine have brought the opening bowler back on from the far end. I'm going to guess that one of them had just said 6 until drinks or something like that. So I'm going to hazard a guess that it's 24 overs gone. It's 104 for 3 off 24. Yeah.
Bold Riley. Really well bowled, Riley.
A little misfield there. Ben's got a bit lucky. Got 4 runs. There's a direct hit. That is great running and really good pushing there from Regan. Got a couple to it. Alright then viewers, in the very near future I'm going to be handing over to Wadders, and I'm going to take a battery and put it on charge. Leave you in his very capable hands. That's a lovely shot by Regan. Before I go, that's raced away. Before I go, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We've nearly hit 4,000 subscribers, so yeah, do that please. It makes a massive difference. Dragged down and unable to be stopped. These 4 runs.
Yeah, so we've got, I think, the other opening bowler now returning. And you've now got a new cameraman. Running really well here, the boys. That's what you got to do in days like this. Yeah, my assessment so far really is, I think we'll be happy with the score. I think all the wickets, I didn't see Ben Renfrey's, which I've been told is a little bit high. But the other 2 looks like a little bit of a giveaway on a day where the pitch is flat, and the only real way to get yourself out is to make an error of judgment. But yeah, decent start. I think we're 26 overs in, 123 on the board. Ben on 17, Regan on 46. Yeah, so we've got another new bowler from the far end. Looks like a bit of spin. I think this will be the 3rd spinner they've had today. It's gone right arm orthodox from the way he's warming up. It does seem on a warm, dry day that having a couple of spinners is yeah, the way to go. Don't recognise him. Don't think he played against us last year. I might be wrong. That's one from Regs. Regs now moves on to 48. And that's 2 from Regan, moves into his 50. And he gets suitable appreciation from the bench. Being right covered by Ben there, but yeah, great captain's knock, and he'll know this is just the start. There's sort of 23 overs left in the innings. He's really got to kick on from here, because I think it's one of those days where anything below 250 is going to feel suitably chaseable. Yeah, well in behind it. Yeah, squirted away there. That's looking like 4. It's one of those days, it beats the infield. Outfield's so fast, it's been so dry the last sort of month. And that is drinks, 136 I think it is now, for 3 off I'm assuming that's about 28, 29 overs. That's all from Ben. I was a little bit wrong with the overs earlier. I think it's 34 overs, not 30. So yeah, they've got to start pushing the score along. That's a good shot from Ben. So the clouds have just come in to give a bit of respite from the heat. I'm certainly thankful for it. And that looks like a glove behind. One's been given. That's not the way you want to go. Strangle down the leg side. And he's going to be absolutely gutted with that because he's done all the hard work to get into his innings. He departs for 30. I think next in is Luke. Just needs to continue the scoring. Yeah, so as Luke takes his guard, it's been a really decent bowling effort from Elaine. They've taken wickets at good times, you know, in sort of unconventional ways, you know, like that last one. It's not the way obviously the bowler would look to take a wicket, but it all counts. And yeah, let's just see how Luke gets on. Facing up his first ball. Didn't get much of a go last week. And that's a good lead to start, assured lead. There's a few more men in the ring now. They're looking to put the squeeze on Luke, which is probably the right thing to do, to be honest. And then he suitably... Oh. And that's 4. He's booted it before. Short ball, that's a great way to start your innings. So Luke moves on to 6 straight away. He's looking to take an attackive taking an attackive stance. I think I said this guy was an off spinner earlier, which shows how much I know about cricket, because now it looks like he's bringing his wrist over for some leg spin. He was warming up like an off spinner. Shows why I'm not in the ones there. Can't pick it from here with a camera. What help do I have? Lovely shot to Luke. Out to 1 there. So yeah, another change of bowling. Left arm spinner coming back on. They had quite a good battle, these two, in sort of the first spell. So I'm sure Burbs have probably mentioned it. The only change for the team today is Barnett out and Gaino in. Barnett out because, well, he said to me, he said, I can't play because I've got a brother-in-law's wedding. And you know, that is a fair excuse, to be fair. What he didn't tell me was that it was yesterday. So I'm not sure why he needs a day's notice. But yeah, that's what's happened, and it was making me think, what is there are some weird ways people have tried to take time off cricket. You know, we had Gaino 3 years ago where he said he's taking a day off because he's buying a new dog, which I'm not sure how that takes 2 people to do, but yeah, he was suitably ridiculed for it. And for me, the only time I really take off is either when I'm injured like now, or when I got married last year. That's really well bowled. Bit of spin. That looks like it could be out. Caught on the boundary. Really good spell of pressure. I think if that had been this end, this would have been 6 quite easily, but it's a little bit longer down there. Luke departs after a bit of pressure. Gaino's in next, but this is a really, really good bowling spell from Elaine. I think they'll know from playing here last year, they got 250 with ease and we chased it down. You know, anything under 220 is a great result for them. But 4 down, or 5 down now, sorry. 106 on the board. I think we've got about 10 overs left. I'm getting myself all in a scramble here, yeah, so there's not 10 overs left, there's 15 overs left. We can't see the bloody overs on our scoreboard because there's a picket fence in the way. So it's not quite as dire in terms of the ones required, but yeah, we need to make sure that we build a partnership. I've just missed Gaino, clip 1 for 4, but yeah, so he's off the mark, 1 run. Just adjusting the field for Gaino.
No one to you.
Yeah, I haven't kept a lot of the clips in the last sort of 2 or 3 overs because there's been a lot of dots, and yeah, they're really up for this now. They've built a lot of pressure. And even the bad balls are only going for 1. So yeah, this is really, really top spell here from both spinners. Really putting the pressure on. Short boundary down here. It'll be interesting to see how Gaino plays it. Yeah, and even those balls are only going for one. Really well set field from Elaine. Pressure's continuing to build here. And that's a nick. There's a little bit of a lazy swipe from Gano there, but yeah, that's not good for Horley. He's the one you want in at the end. So yeah, picking up wickets at good times yet again. 6 down, 176 on the board. Sounds like a lot of runs, but I think we can all see by how quick the outfield's been, how flat the pitch has been as well. But you're going to need a lot more than that today. And he's taken that. 2 wickets in the over. Bit of a lazy shot again. Yeah. And the wickets are tumbling, and Regan is stuck at the other end. I think it's Adam to come in next, which is probably the right decision. And they're taking another drink break. So yeah, this has been a really good last 10-15 overs from Elaine. Horley are now in a bit of trouble. So after Adam's fantastic knock against Surrey, which basically saved the game, he's been promoted 1 place to 9, and is solidly behind it. A little bit of an interesting thing. If you look at the 2 bats, Adam's not actually using his bat, and that's because Regan is. We joke in the club that I think that bat of Adam's, which Regan's using, has probably scored more hundreds than any other bat we've ever seen, and most of them not with Adam. So yeah, solidly in behind it. Still got a total to build here. Then we change of bowling. A bit of pace, and that's been dealt with by Regan. I think he'll be much happier to face that than a bit of spin. We've only got 1 spinner today, so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes, although Gano is stump to stump bowler. Obviously with no Barnett, we haven't got that second spinner. But yeah, good start today from Regan, releasing a little bit of pressure, getting the scoreboard moving. Oh, and that's been caught, and I've not followed that with the camera, but there's a discussion being had. Can only really go on what the fielder thinks, and he's been given. And that is another wicket that's been lost from a bit of a poor shot. And next as well, he's really got to show some grit here. And that is a drop, and really good effort that. Yeah, that might have been innings almost over, they've taken that. That's 4 from Will. Just chatting to Ben, and then I said, oh, he's going to sweep this ball with 3 men out on the leg side, and yeah, and he's played it, and yeah, it's gone for 4. He plays it quite well, to be fair. That was Regan bowled. Good Yorker, very well made 86. I'm sure he'd have wanted to see it to the end. But yeah, he's gotten us up to a decent score, and now it's left to Charlie and Will to finish the innings. So in comes Charlie. Charlie's in some incredible form at the moment for the ones. I think he's played 5 games and he's on the grand score of 0, so 5 ducks, which
good for the average.
Yeah, good for the average. So we nicknamed him the Olympian last week for the under 5 Olympic rings. So yeah, so he's looking to. He got off the mark in a T20 a couple of weeks ago, so he's not on 5 consecutive in a row. But for the ones, it'd be good to see if he can get off the mark. Solidly behind it. So we enter the last over, 213 on the board. That's a great bit of fielding. They've been really good in the field today, and they're pushing 2. And that, he's just a Canio knee sliding. I'm gonna have to watch that back. That's pushed out. And now Charlie's got a free swing at the bat for the final ball to try and get off the mark for the year.
Keep it rolling.
No, I can't keep it rolling, I want to be here all day. Here we go. Last ball of the innings. He's got to run it. He's going to run it as well. Yeah. Big clap there from Charlie. Gets off the mark for the year. And
Shot Charlie!
And a red inker as well. Yeah. Good end from Will there as well. Good 21, 22 runs. I think we ended on 219 off of our 50, and we'll be back soon with the chase. So we join you in Elaine's reply. Will opening up the bowling as per usual. And the lad on the strike was, I think, the guy that got 100 odd last year against us. Solidly behind it first ball. Okay. That is great fielding from Luke. Everyone's going to need to be on form today to defend this total. You know, 220 looks on the face of it like a decent total, but the outfield's rapid, the pitch is good. We had a little bit of rain in the break, not much rain though, you know, but it'll be gone in a couple of overs. And the covers are put on, so we started a little bit late, but we haven't lost any overs to my knowledge. And opening from the other end, Ben Davies. We're having a little chat just as the innings was concluding, and he's told me that, you know, the ball never ever goes through first slip to him, so he's now got a second and a third slip. You can see, I think, CP and Will, or CP and Adam. And he says the ball never goes through first slip. So I'm sure today he's going to get nicked through first slip. Yeah, 4 runs, easily off his leg support. Yeah, it's flicked, and that's going to run for 4, I think, even with Regan chasing it. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, that's 4 runs. Can't stray onto the leg side when you haven't got that field. And this lad is a good bat, he's just picking us off here. It's been a good start from Elaine. That is a top nut. Just being on the outside there, I don't know, maybe he was thinking it was going to come in slightly. Yeah, really well bowled. One of the only balls I've actually seen beat the bat today. That's 4 runs, lovely shot. Top cover drive there. Oh, that's just gone down. Oh, that was the man to get as well. Always hard diving right to your right. I don't think that was quite the first slip to fail, just sort of maybe in between first slip and keeper, and obviously Regan's had to go quite a way. Sometimes those just stick. We're creating a chance though. It is a very flat wicket, you know, these are the ones you've got to take, especially this batsman, but it was by no means regulation that. Ben's going to have to make sure he picks himself up here. Yeah, a bit more fire in that one. Been quite a sedate start, but the runs are quite easy to come by still. So Will's just bowled a no ball, and we've got a free hit. Obviously you can't change the field because the same batsman's on strike. In the power play too, so you'd expect really this to be a boundary. He's just got to keep his shape. Yeah, and that's taken away for 4. Lovely shot. Yeah, looks like he's hit that. That's either LBW or he smashed it. Yeah, he's been given. Yeah, I think the square leg umpire saw it as well, and he's been given, and that is a wicket. Ben's tall for that, and he's very well deserved. I think it's an inside edge onto pad and then caught. Good, well, say good start. I think Elaine will be happy with their start, but a wicket is a wicket. So we've got our first change of bowling. We've got Guy Durham on for Will. Bowled very, very well last week. I think he picked up 3 or 4 wickets. Yeah, good start from Guy as well. And that's out, and that is, looks like he's hurt himself. That is the lad who got the 100 last year. Looks like he's fallen over and hurt himself. That was a great run out from Adam. And it's nice for the lads all checking to see he's okay. I think he may have pulled something on the way over. Yeah, he looks in a bit of bother. So even if he hadn't have been out, he probably would have had to go off. Very timely wicket that. You don't want to be throwing away your wicket on a flat one. I tell you what, it is crazy how a couple of overs, a couple of wickets can really change the complexion of the match. They were 36 for none, cruising, and then, you know, about 5 balls later, 2 wickets lost. The 2 players that opened the batting. I think it's a skipper in now to bat. From memory, he's a pretty handy batter. I haven't seen the number 3 before, I don't think. Yeah, that's a top shot to start. Lovely off his legs, really well timed. 4 runs. It's been a really good spell from Ben so far, really miserly I think. He's only gone for sort of 7 or 8 runs so far. He'll probably put the kiss of death on it now. But yeah, he bowled really well. I think this is 6th over. And I'd imagine he's only going to have 1 more at the very most because we'll need him to the end. But yeah, the scoring has now slowed down and the squeeze is now on. I think now's a good time to remind you of our match ball sponsor. It's the same company that sponsored us for the last few weeks, called Power Play. It's a very cricket related sponsor. They're based in Red Hill, 3-lane net facility, loads of different bowling machines. They're just in the field. There are loads of different bowling machines, and actually our old chairman and his son recently went down and had the net, and because his son's recovering from an injury I think he sustained during rugby season, and yeah, he's really got great things to say about it. So yeah, please go down, check them out and let them know that we sent you. So another change of bowling here. We've got Charlie on. He has a habit of getting a wicket with his first ball, and we really need a good miserly spell from him today. Just need to build some pressure because after those 2 wickets there's been a few loose deliveries. Luke is well in the game here. Yeah, and Charlie just needs to build some dots up, build some pressure, a bit like they did to us. Yeah, sharp work from Regan there, but it is a wide. And I mentioned it last week, it's got to be difficult for Regan, you know, batting for the best part of 45 overs. That was a great start. Yeah, batting for the last part of 45 overs and then having to stand up in this heat, it is sweltering. And keeping a concentration to pick the bowlers, change the field, all sorts. We've got another bowling change now, we've got Gaino on. Regan's looking to put the squeeze on, a bit of wicket to wicket bowling. I think it's the right call. Yeah, and that's a catch. Straight to CP. And that is what a spell of pressure does. I'm not sure if that's the number 3 out or the number 4. And that is a well needed wicket. Horley doing very similar things here to Elaine, picking up the wickets when they need to. Yep, so 67 for 3 off I think about 16-17 overs. Oh, that's Nick just past the keeper. And that's 4. It's a win for the bowler, but runs for the batter. Oh, that could be... He's gone. That was a suicidal run, and that's Adam's 2nd run out of the day. I dare say the batsman had put himself in a bit of a hole there. He had to take those runs, had to push the scores along. Yeah, good sustained spell of pressure from Gaino, and Chaz at the other end reaps its rewards. 4 down, 79 runs. Another wicket in a timely manner for Horley. 4 down now. Just taking their wickets exactly when we need to. Top stuff. This is really good from Charlie. He's bowled 6 overs for currently 12 runs. And that's a lovely shot for top shot, that is. Commentator's curse. Yeah, lovely shot for 4. I think at the next drinks break I'm going to switch ends just because, well, 2 reasons. One, because I'll be able to see the scoreboard if it does get close, get down to it. and secondly because it is very hot where I'm standing and I think I can see some shade over there. It's top shot that. Lovely shot before top flick of his legs. More than on drive, but lovely shot. He's just broken the shackle the last couple of overs, this lad. Oh, that looks like it could be. Oh, and it's just gone for 4. He's got away with that. Good effort from Guy. Never easy, those ones. Yeah, that was a chance. Just didn't fall to a hand. Change of bowling here. I think it's a very good change, actually. Bowling any sort of spell more than 5-6 overs today, you're going to get tired. Adam on, the wicket taker, as he is well named. Well backed up in the field by Ben. Oh, just gone past Sam. And that's only 1 when it should have been 2. Luke doing some great fielding again. We've got another change of bowling here. Will's back on for a spell, which is it's good to see because he quite often only bowls sort of 7 at the top and then bowls at the end, and I think he's had 5 at the top, so it's allowed him to have a few overs in the middle. It's nice that Regan's mixing it up, not just pace, not just spin, medium pace and all sorts. Never lets the batsman get settled. So, after drinks, changing scenery down the other end of the ground in some amazing shade. There. And we can look over and we pan to the scoreboard, now we can all see it properly. So what is that? 113 required of 20 overs, so yeah, the rate has come up. It's about 5.8 by my maths, my very shaky maths. So yeah, it is now time to start scoring the runs. And that looks like a nick to me, and Drinks gets a wicket straight on. Great bowling change again. Will gets what he deserves from a hard spell at the start in the sun. And as I've said it about 5-6 times today, this innings is almost like a carbon copy of Horley's. It's just losing wickets at the worst time for Elaine. Just means each batsman that's in has to sort of dig in, and it makes it difficult to score. Oh, and that's gone over again over 4. It's a lovely shot. Yeah, so the lad on strike who just hit that 4 there, he's probably the one to get in. I think he got 50 against us last year. That's another good shot from him. And that's 4 more. Just started to put the pressure on. I think maybe he's seeing that he's the key to the chase and he's got to start scoring the runs. He's more than capable of doing it. There's a really good battle going on between Adam and this batter. He was one of the highest run scorers in the league last year. He's come back from a bit of an injury, a bit of a shoulder injury. Doesn't look like it there though. It's very comfortable. Yeah, that's really good fielding to stop the 2. Nice little reverse there. Cheeky. All the way for 4. Really well played. Looks like it's going to go as well. I'm not sure what that is. Runs. He's played it well again. And that's 4. I think they're going to have to start moving the field now. Yeah, lovely shot. It was crazy earlier how the balance shifts, because now both these batters look like they're never going to get out. And they're finding singles really easy to come by. As the lad moves on to 47 or 46. Yeah, we need a wicket here. The wicket has to come soon. So the batter on strikes on 49. Batting very, very well, very comfortably. And here's the key to the chase, I think, both sides. Deserves 50 there, the way he's batted. And that is him on to 50. And his team applaud him, and it's a really good knock. But he knows there's still a lot to do. to about 60 runs required off about 12 overs, so it shouldn't be too difficult on the runs, on the run rate, as these guys have shown in the last 5-10 overs. And they're just making the easy runs now. Well. Oh, it's just over his head. And that is 4 runs. Good shot, just over Ben's head. Over his head, sorry. And that is the wicket we needed. Well, not the person we needed, but we needed a wicket. And that has given us a chance. Good shot, and that's 4 runs. Picked up, and all that good work over. I know we got a wicket, goes to live with the waste. So the rate stands at 50 runs required from just under 10 overs. So the rate has come down due to the good batting from the non-striker. I think wickets are needed still. All this lad's going to do at the other end is just get him on strike. That's clever batting. So I've just repositioned to try and set the up and set up and be seen now. And that should be out. And Charlie takes the wicket straight away. Good bowling change. 7 down. This game just swings from left to right. I couldn't tell you who is in the driving seat now. I still think it's Elaine. It'll be interesting to see what the tail's like. Will they wag? Feel the tension building here. Oh, and that's 4. Good shot. Look, at one point it could have been a catch, but no, it raced along the outfield. I think Elaine have got to be clear favourites here now. 30 runs required, 6 overs left. I think a wicket here is what's needed to spice us up a bit. Good rotation of strike. Oh, that's 4. That's a lovely shot. Just out of Ben's reach. I think he's alright. We've got 21 to win now, 5 overs left. Should really be plain sailing from here from Elaine. That's 4 runs straight to me. Lovely shot. And that is a wicket, and that is a run out. And that's from a really good direct hit. It might be too little too late. But that is 8 down, and that's a bit of drama finally. But all we got to say, fantastic batter from this lad. Brought his team to the edge of victory. So another change. I think Will's got 1 over left, and he's been brought on to try and clean up the tail. A lovely shot that. 1 run, 8 required now. The new striker on. I get the feeling he's going to use the long handle and try and biff it my way. Yeah, and that's 1 from the over, I think. Right over from Will, and great finish. Into the field, and that's going to be 2, I think. That's 2 runs, splice into the air. Now it comes down to 6 required from 10 balls. And that's a wicket as well! My goodness me! That is 9 down. You might have just heard birds to my left screaming. Wowie, what a game this is. 5 required still. I think there's 7 balls left. 1 wicket remaining. That was Ben Renfrew with the run out. That's 4 run outs in 1 game. 3 direct hits. What a game this is. Well, what a game this is. 5 required, 7 balls remaining. 1 wicket remaining. It's a top shot. There's 1 run, 4 remaining off the last over. It is going to a last over thriller. There's the title sorted. Yeah, well, I'm quite nervous actually. In fact, it's probably a little bit easier to be tempered from behind the camera, whereas if I was watching this now and I wasn't filming, I'd be hiding. Yeah, 6 balls left, 4 remaining, 1 wicket. So 6 balls, as I mentioned a second ago. Guido to bowl it. And he's chipped it, that's 1 run. 3 required now. I'll try and take you ball by ball here, so 3 required of 5 deliveries. All the field come in. Right, next delivery, new person on strike. Got ball. 3 from 4. Yeah, and that looks like that could be it. Scores are now level. Lovely shot from the number 11 under pressure. Scores are level. We've had our fair share of tyres on this channel with years. Could there be another one? Oh my goodness me. There's almost a run out that I missed as I watched it with my eyes. That's some great fielding from Will, keeping us alive here. Lovely shot, he creamed it into the offside. Will managed to take a dive and throw it back and almost run him out. So, 2 balls left, 1 required to win. Regan's up to the stumps. And that's a wicket! Oh my goodness, I couldn't pan round quick enough because he hit that so quickly. See if he's taken the catch. And that is another tie to add to the list. I do feel for the number 11. It wasn't a great delivery. What a game. I don't quite know what to say after that. I did say at the start I thought we were 30-40 short. There, and I think it was their number 5, batted absolutely superbly. But you never know the game's over with Horley until the last ball's bowled. What a game. And each team comes away with 10 points, probably both feeling like they could have, well, both teams feeling like they've lost one here. But yeah, great result. And all I can say is we'll see you next week.